everybody. I just noticed on my this video, that there was a delay with the talking, and I am not going to re-edit it and re-upload a new one because of the simple fact I really don't have the time and I'm really not feeling it, just to be honest with you. But I'll make sure my next video will be perfect. And I also want to say that this is a continuation from my last video. Please check it out up here, from talking about my depression episode, and just to show you guys how things can transform in a matter of days. Some people go through months. I've been through months of depression. It's horrible, even a year straight. But I go through days sometimes. I go through hours, and it, you know, just changes. But yeah, thank you. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am making this video as a follow-up to my last video, which was depression, like bipolar depression. This video I kind of want to talk about more so a little bit of my mixed episodes, because I was going through the depression at that point, which wasn't really a consistent depression. It wasn't like every single day, all day. It was more so like during certain periods of the day I would get very, very depressed and very down. And then other parts I would be either normal, which was fine, or I'll be a little bit more irritable, or wanting to, you know, clean a little bit or whatever, like a little hypomanic, so to say. So, I have the baby today. Yes, I am kind of, you know, with him. There's not going to be a very long video. I'll also follow up with another video just to go more in depth. I'm not really too much in the mood to really talk a lot, but I want to give you guys a video. So, my last video, I spoke a lot. I was very raw in what I was feeling. I was open and honest with everything. And I wanted to show that side, because usually with my depression, I'll hide it. Or I'll show that I'm depressed. I'll say I'm depressed, but I won't show the full manifestation of it. And that's a coping mechanism I've dealt with over the years. And it's something I needed to do. Okay? It's something I needed to do for my own sanity. In order to maintain work and maintain, you know, relationships, and, you know, maintain getting that support. So, also I tend to lose my train of thought a lot when I'm in these certain moods. And, I'm basically trying to think, it's just tough. It's just tough, because I tend to lose my train of thought. I really can't think straight as much as I would love to. Yeah, about basic stuff, but when I'm trying to think about things like this, like, my mind gets like jammed. I don't know if some people go through that, but mental illness can cause that as well. The depression I was going through at that moment, I was very deep in it. It basically subsided that night. The next day I was fine, and then I had little moments here and there of the same thing. But I'm happy that it's like this and it's not a consistent depression, because with my history, my depression gets really bad. I usually wind up in the hospital from either self-injury or suicide attempts. So thank God I haven't been feeling like suicide attempts or anything as of late. So that's really good. And I haven't had postpartum, so that's great as well, knock on wood, you know, which could happen. And he doesn't really be talking that much until now I'm on the video. Just basically, you know, maintaining myself, trying to keep myself busy. I've been trying to keep up with like cleaning and going out for walks to kind of help ease my mind. I spoke with my therapist. It's not the same over the phone. The sessions aren't as long. It's like they can't read your body language. So sometimes I don't want to really talk. So I'll say everything's okay, but if you see me, you'll know something's not, you know. Or I'll talk a little bit about it, but we don't go into depth. I'll talk a little bit about it, but we don't go into depth. That was a phone call coming in, I'm sorry. Basically, my psychiatrist visits is very short over the phone. I was thinking about talking to them about starting the lithium again, but my next appointment is the 18th of June. I just had my appointment today. So I think I'm gonna wait until June. Let's check my thyroid, or if I decide to do anything sooner, it'll be because my symptoms have gotten worse and I really can't manage. I'll just reach out to her, and I know she'll write me a script for my lithium again. The reason I got off of lithium initially, I was on lithium from 2012 until this year, a couple months ago, due to the fact that my thyroid got very messed up from the lithium. There's no guarantees that my thyroid will ever repair itself, but it's been looking like it is. So I went down and I got lowered to the lowest dose of lithium. I was supposed to get off around December, but because I got pregnant, no, actually I'm lying. I started getting off around October. I was supposed to get off of it like February. I was going to get off of it completely because they titrate you down. They lower it slowly so your body doesn't withdraw from it. And I wound up pregnant. So you're not really supposed to be on lithium while pregnant. It can cause birth defects and stuff. But the reason why they kept me on it, first off, they kept me on it with my first pregnancy as well. At the lowest dose, and the things that it can cause heart defects in the first trimester, but they monitor it closely, and my blood levels are always extremely low no matter how high my dose is, so they're not really concerned about side effects for the baby at that moment, because yeah, pretty much since it's not that high in my blood, but it controls my symptoms anyway, it's a lower chance of any complications happening from it, even though it messed up my thyroid, which makes no sense. But I was on 1,350 milligrams when my thyroid got messed up, and I jumped all the way back down to 300. And for most of the time I was on lithium, I was actually on 600 to 900 milligrams, and I didn't have no issues with it. And he just dropped his bubble. So I had no issues with it. Yeah. So I didn't have any issues with it up until that point. My thyroid doctor thinks I'm having postpartum thyroiditis. So basically my thyroid is messed up because after I gave birth, because my thyroid actually regulated and got much better during my pregnancy, which they was concerned it was actually going to get worse, and it didn't. So I am willing to try lithium again and see, but if I can do without and just take one medication, like I said, this depression feels much different than my bipolar depression usually does when it's a chemical reaction, like a lack of chemicals in my brain, like the medication isn't right. And I feel the difference, but I'll still say it's bipolar depression anyway, because thyroid issues can trigger bipolar. It can trigger the same exact symptoms as bipolar. It can trigger flare-ups with your bipolar, so it will still be that like that, but it feels like it's a different cause than true my medication isn't working, chemical imbalance type of thing. My mixed episodes and rapid cycling is more so like throughout the day I can go through different moods over and over. I'll get triggered by something, or it won't even be a trigger, it will just happen out of nowhere. I react very strongly to certain things. Like I normally, let's say something happens, normally I'll just like brush it off, whatever. But when I'm in these moods, I can't. No matter how much I try, it just like overcomes me, overcomes my thoughts, overcomes my anxiety, overcomes my irritability, and I wanna like lash out, but I try not to. I do use my skills. So it's just tough, you know, to deal with it, but I'm dealing with it, and I'm actually doing much better than I was a couple days ago, and I want to thank everybody for your well wishes. You know, it's just, you know, one day at a time at this moment. I'm gonna continue to try to put videos out at least one a week during this time. Hopefully my goal will be ultimately 2 a week eventually. But this was just a little update just to show you that I am doing much better. I am still having depressive episodes throughout the day randomly, which is fine. I'd rather have that than, like I said, consistent depression. Hypomania for me is not as strong as mania, so I don't just not sleep for days. I don't go on like big shopping sprees or this or that. I just have more of lapse in judgment, more like wanting to do risky things to an extent, but not as strong as like if it would be manic. But it's still very hard to control those impulses, especially in the midst of a full-blown hypomanic episode. But I usually get mixed anyway, which is a combination of both, so I get more irritable, and yeah, my thought process isn't as clear. I can't really think as much as clear. So I want to say thank you all again for watching, subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting. It shows support and it keeps me encouraged to continue doing these things. I want to continue educating. I will definitely come back again, possibly next week, and give you guys a brief rundown, depending on how I'm feeling. I don't want to promise anything. If I'm not really feeling up to it, you know, I got to take care of my mental health first. In order to do quality content, in order to keep working, in order to do what I gotta do. So I wish you all stay safe, stay healthy. I wish you all the best, and see you soon.